So, Michigan defeated the Washington Huskies yesterday, and I have to say that it was a pretty competitive game until the end when Michigan took the lead and never looked back. Hello, everybody. It is Sports Talk Live here, and this is my reaction to the Wolverines defeating the Washington Huskies yesterday. Coming up later, I'll have reaction to the Bears beating the Saints and the NCAA basketball preseason top 25, as well as my New York Yankees review, which will be coming after this video for their season. And then we're also going to be doing the next episode of History of College Football. But let's get into this one here. So, game yesterday, it was competitive in the first three quarters. I know Michigan scored in the first, Washington got it back in the second quarter. Third quarter, Michigan scored again, be up 14-7, and they just piled on in the fourth. Honestly, though, they're playing sort of what used to be the old Pac-12 school, so I'm not too surprised that they're winning these games easily. They're playing schools that have really fallen off. I know a couple years ago the Washington Huskies made it to the national championship game against the Wolverines, and they got annihilated. I think that was Jim Harbaugh's final year at Michigan, winning the national championship before he departed to go back to the NFL. I can't really say that much about it because this is about what I expected. I know that they're back in the top 25 after this win, but let's be honest, though, folks. They're not making the playoff. They're probably going to lose to Ohio State, which, Ohio State took care of business. I know that the next game is against Michigan State, which should be a competitive game. And then they play Purdue, they got Northwestern, they got Maryland, and then they got Ohio State to finish off the year. But, yeah, they've been doing what they've had to do. I think they're on like a they're on like a 1-game winning streak. I know before that they won like 4 in a row. But honestly, though, I'm not too surprised because we're getting what I thought we would get. We're getting a team that's decent, not great. We're getting a team that has a developing quarterback. Because remember, Bryce Underwood is a walk-on freshman. So, the fact that he's done this well is something to be commended, even though, again, he still has a lot to do to impress me. Just because you're a walk-on freshman doesn't mean that, you're going to amount to much, especially in the Big Ten. Now, I know, people too are riding high on what's its face? They're riding high on the Indiana being ranked second, which honestly, that's not going to last for Indiana. Even if they make the playoffs, they're going to lose probably in the first or second round. They're not beating Ohio State. I don't think anybody this year is going to beat them in the regular season. I think they're going to go undefeated. But honestly, though, it was a win. It was a quality win. But I need to see more from the Wolverines before I'm going to say that they can once again compete in the Big Ten. How many coaches have they had this year? I think like 3 or 4, because I know Sherrod Moore got in trouble at one point, I think, for sanctions, which, of course they do. It's Michigan, but when other teams do sanctions, well, it's just a, slap on the wrist. But I need to see way more than that before I'm going to say that this team is good. Like I said, this is about what I thought we would be this year. A decent team that can win games against opponents we need to beat, but then against everybody else, we're not going to beat them. Like, we lost to USC, I'm not surprised. We lost to Oklahoma, which, again, I thought we would lose that game. We're not... when it comes to teams we absolutely have to beat, we can't beat them. When it comes to teams we should be beating, we beat them easily. Nebraska was a bit of an outlier because that was a close competitive game there. But then again, the Cornhuskers haven't been good since I think it was Bob Devaney was there, and I know Tom Osborne. Tom Osborne made them a great team in like the 70s through the 90s when he was there as the coach. I think that was coming towards the end of the Bo Schembechler era, but that was a long time ago. And that was a competitive game. one of the most enjoyable games in the year. But yeah, they're playing the Spartans, who used to be good. I think they've won like 2 national titles. And it's going to be in Michigan State at their stadium, which is never easy in East Lansing. Um, I think they'll win that game because they have not been good this year. This is not the basketball team. This is the football team, and you know, like I said, we're getting what I thought we would get: a team that's decent but can't beat teams that they're supposed to beat, and they beat everybody else. So good win, back in the top 25. Don't know how long they're going to stay there for. Hopefully, it's more than 1 week, but knowing this team and how bipolar they've been at times, I need to see more to impress me before I'm going to say that this team is back. So, yeah, that's all I got for you on this video here. And I'm glad to see that my videos are getting more views. Glad to see that. Glad to see more community interaction. And I will see you all very, very soon.